live out of state right now?
I live in Georgia.
In Georgia, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Was your relationship with Miss Randall here in Texas?
No, it was in Jacksonville, Florida.
Enjoy the video. Hit the like button.
It's D, brother.
Is the D stand for something, or is just D?
It's D on my birth certificate and on my social, but it represents my older brother who died of cancer. But legally,
Okay, so your middle name is not Danny, is that correct?
No, ma'am.
All right. Okay, so on this acknowledgement of paternity, which you're challenging, it has you as DeMarcus Danny Glover, but that, first of all, that's not your legal name, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. That's not my legal name, correct?
All right, and what other reasons are you asked? First of all, I'm sorry, why did you sign this acknowledgement of paternity?
It was something that was presented when Miss Randall brought Lydia to visit me in Georgia, and it was something that was discussed, and under the pressure that she was adamant of getting it signed, so I would be identified as the father of Lydia.
Do you believe someone else might be the father of?
No, ma'am.
Or do you think you might not be the father?
No, ma'am.
So you think you might not be the father, is that correct?
I'm saying no, that I don't think I'm not.
But you think you are the father?
Yes, ma'am.
You believe you're her father? Okay.
Yes.
Let's not use so many notes. That's confusing.
Yeah, because it was too negative. But why do you want DNA testing?
Do everything that transpired with the rushed AOP, me signing something that I didn't really understand or quite grasp, and the haste and pressure that came from mom, and everything that transpired with her saying that she doesn't really know me, doesn't trust me, which brought us to here.
Okay, and so are you saying you signed this acknowledgement of paternity under pressure and duress?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
all right.
I have a question. You said you were in Louisiana when you signed this?
No, I was in Georgia. She brought Lydia.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I had moved. Yes, ma'am.
So you were in another state when you signed this?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there a person, like, I think it's called a certified entity, that's their official title, who facilitates the signing of this? Was there someone present like that, or was it just Miss Randall and you?
No, it was just me and Miss Randall in my apartment that I had at the time.
So nobody was there when you signed this, just you and Miss Randall?
No, ma'am, just me.
And you were not on like Zoom or some kind of platform where somebody was facilitating this electronically?
No, we were in person trying to come to a mutual understanding on some things.
Okay.
And it looks like, so this acknowledgement of paternity was signed almost a year after the child was born, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. I want to say in April, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, well, it says August of 23, was born May of 22. Between the time she was born, May of 22, till the time you signed this, did you have any contact with Miss Randall?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, sir, Can you repeat that, please? It came up across my phone.
Yes, me and Miss Randall kept in contact.
Okay.
And what, if anything, did she say about you during that 15-month period?
In regards to what are you asking on that first part?
Well, did she say she's yours, she's not yours? Did she say, did you talk about the child? Because that's a long time. That's 15 months you before you signed it. So why did it take 15 months before you signed it?
She lived in a different state. I live in Georgia. From the times that we were able to see in person and discuss some things, and at that time duration, I was taking care of my mom.
Okay,
So
pass this.
I
I'm
had
sorry.
moved back from Florida to Georgia to take care of my mom, and I just buried my mom in November.
All right. Sorry for your loss. Nothing further past this witness.
One moment. Sir, do you still live? Okay, so they did plead long arm. You live out of state right now?
I live in Georgia.
In Georgia, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Was your relationship with Miss Randall here in Texas?
No, it was in Jacksonville, Florida. She met me while I was out of the service back in when I had worked for a hookah lounge, and I had just started my customer service job at the time for a call center.
Have you ever been here in the state of Texas?
One time to visit, but that was way
So
before.
you visited the child here in Texas?
No.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
way before she was even conceived or thought about. I've had.
I can't hear you, Mr. Glover.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Okay. So the time you visited Texas, when was that? Before the child was born, I think you said, but I'm not sure.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, no. Yeah, the time I visited Texas was way when I was in high school. From
Okay.
the times of now to Lydia being conceived to now, I have attempted and tried to come to Texas, but I was unable to.
Okay.
Dealing with when they got discussed with me coming to visit and ticket actually being purchased that end. So that never happened too long ago. So I didn't have the funds in order to even fly.
Okay. I guess you may call your next witness, Ms. Hernandez.
Thank you. Miss Randall, at the time Liz conceived, was Mr. Glover the only person you were having sexual relations with?
Yes.
And is your testimony that he's the only person who could be the biological father?
Yes.
And what state conceived in?
Jacksonville, Florida. I used to visit there.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say Jacksonville, Florida, because I was going to move to Florida before I found out I was pregnant. So I was visiting Florida a lot.
Okay. And at the time she was conceived, were you still living in Texas or a resident of Texas?
Yes, I was still living in Texas.
Okay. Was born in Texas?
Yes, she was born in Texas.
Okay. And do you know Mr. Glover is named on her birth certificate?
Yes, because he was never, he never came to Texas, even for the birth. He kept saying that he didn't have the funds. And so I even went to Florida when I was 5 months pregnant. And then after that, he had moved that summer. And then that's when I started visiting Georgia. And that's when I brought the AOP to him. And we've been on the phone with the people with Texas for the AOP, because I still have emails of that. Because we couldn't get the lady when after I had birth was calling him and he wasn't picking up the phone for her to put him on the birth certificate. So that's why she said after 3 days Lydia was born, I would have to do an AOP.
Okay, so he's not on the birth certificate, is that correct?
No, he's not on the original birth certificate. We just signed the AOP, but we never, once he noticed that I filed child support, we never sent the rest of the paperwork, in order for it to be filed in state of Texas. But he did already sign the AOP my first time visiting there, because his first time seeing, I visited Georgia and she was 9 months.
Okay, nothing further past this witness, Your Honor.
Okay, so can we go into a little more about how the AOP was signed? Because I'm not sure this is a valid AOP, but I'm not sure it's not.
Yes, Your Honor. So
is like a regular person can't just sign this and mail it off. Like it has to be done in a precise manner.
What? He did a partial? Oh, it was a partial.
So when did you sign the AOP and how did you sign it?
And I
I
understand it
signed.
can be done in two parts, but I still think they need the certified entity involved in the second signing is my concern.
Understood. So on the acknowledgement of paternity, did you just print it and have it signed yourself? How did that come about?
I went to the office in Houston, and they told me because he stays out of state, I would have to do a partial. And so I told him that I was going to be visiting him soon anyway with just to vacation. So I did my part in the office, and then they printed out the form and told me, they said, hey, get him to fill this part out since you're going to go down there anyway. And so he filled it out, but we never got to mail it off.
Okay, so your portion, when you say the office, do you say the Attorney General's office?
Yeah, it was in it's in Clear Lake. It was like a courthouse office type.
So where did you sign
The
your?
library? Like, were you at the buildings by the library?
Yes, it's like a building right in front of the library in Clear Lake area.
Okay.
It was that one. It was the clerk's office. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what they put. They put the clerk's office of Houston.
Okay, so you sent yours to the state because looking at your AOP, which is attached to our pleading, it has a signature from the state. So you mailed yours to Texas, correct?
Yes, and then we mailed his off as well. I brought his back.
So you went to Georgia, he signed it, and then you just mailed it to.
No,
Where did you mail?
I never got a chance to. I brought it back to Texas, and they filed it, and they said now the next part is to change the birth certificate, but we never got to do that because he told me he wasn't going to do the rest after he found out I filed child support.
So when you say filed it, what do you mean filed it?
They said I had to do I think I have the paper, what it's called, because I did the acknowledgement, the correcting the birth certificate. It kind of looks like this. I don't know if you can see it. I don't think you can see it. It's a correcting a birth certificate that we was supposed to sign off. And we never got to do that part.
Okay.
And that was supposed to be in front of a notary, so we never got that far.
Okay. Pass the witness. Yeah, Your Honor, because I don't see the stamp and the signature on his page like I do on her page. So
This is a little beyond my skill set, I'll be honest. I'm not an AOP expert. I know enough to question, and in previous jobs, I knew enough to go into. There's a giant thing I think you have online, very long AOP guidebook that might have the answer to this. But if you'd like, Ms. Hernandez, we can pause this so you can maybe reach out to your, and I think each region at the AG's office has somebody who's an AOP expert who might know the answer to whether this is proper or not. Because I'm honestly not sure.
yeah, briefly what I just, it's not proper.
It doesn't sound proper to me, but I hate to
proper.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not.
So I'm a little concerned, not to go down a rabbit trail of concerns. Boom, boom. But okay, I'm concerned the AOP might not be valid, and I'm also concerned about long arm. But I'm also concerned about long arm and sending this to the other state with the AOP out there. That's invalid.
Right.
Don't know how to fix all that. So you believe this is not valid because he signed it without any involvement of a certified entity to let him know things like you can get genetic testing and
it should have been
required. I know there's like a few required things they have to say to them to make this.
Right. So I agree. It's not correct. It's not valid.
Okay.
His page is not valid.
Okay. Do you want to see if there's long arm on this? It doesn't sound very long arm. It doesn't sound like we remotely have jurisdiction over Mr. Glover.
No, I don't believe we do either because there was no sex in Texas. He didn't live here. Mom was already here. He hasn't been here. So, but again, I don't, I know what you're saying. So no, we don't have long arm either.
Okay. Why don't you reach out to your AOP expert and just confirm that this is not valid?
Okay.
That's going to have a big effect on this case.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. I'll take a recess and contact whom I need to contact. Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
And then reapproach.
You could, tap the screen.
Yeah. Once we're good or bad,
Okay.
reapproach so we can figure out how to maybe get this sent off in the best way possible. And if he did sign a valid AOP, that might be enough for long arm. I think it is, but.
Okay. Yeah. I'll be back in a few minutes. Let me see what I can ascertain. Okay. Thank you.
Sounds good.